Time now to turn to meteorologist Alison Pryor here in the studio for a check of our forecast on this Friday afternoon. And Alison, right now, not really bad, but you say if you're going out later this evening, you'll want to grab that rain gear.
Yeah, that's right. So rain moves into our area, our northwestern communities by about 8 p.m. tonight. Now, before we get to tonight's forecast, let me rewind a little bit back in time and show you last night's gorgeous sunset. Edward grabbed this beautiful sunset photo at the airport, looking stunning in the sky though, so thank you to Edward for that one. And how about this sunset shot taken in Dalton from Carlos, and then a couple more just pretty sky photos from Tom Carter out of Cleveland, looking so cool just a little bit later after the sun is down. So thanks to all three for those amazing photos. Now let's dive right into your Friday. Combination of upper 50s to right around 60 degrees currently. If you're heading out for lunch, it still feels pretty nice. We just had those clouds to go with it. 59 degrees in Chattanooga, 60 in Dalton, 59 for Cleveland, and 58 in Murphy at this hour. So whether it's going to eat, maybe going to the park, taking a ride on the bike, here's what you can expect for the next several hours. 61 and cloudy at 1 p.m., mostly cloudy at 4 o'clock, 66 degrees. So low to mid 60s for the afternoon hours. If you're out at 7 o'clock, it's still generally going to be dry. 61 degrees, only a 10% chance for a spotty shower at that point. Really, I think 8 p.m. is kind of your good startup time that we're thinking of. And we're talking about rain. That rain is going to be due to a cold front. So heads up, big time difference. Today's forecast, a high of 66. Tomorrow, your afternoon high is only going to be 45 degrees. So the cold front brings the rain first, then the cooler air that's going to settle in for your Saturday and even into Sunday. So here's where we're at right now. We've had the warm front first lift over our area. That's why even with the clouds, we have a mild afternoon because we're now in this warm sector. So the wind is coming up from the south. If you were watching this morning, there wasn't quite as much activity on the north side of the low pressure system. That's really beginning to develop. We can still see some of that rain along the Gulf Coast. And then there's that cold front that we're talking about. So this is going to be moving eastward. That's what's going to trigger the rain in our local area. So we'll notice for this afternoon, we're still dry, the mostly cloudy skies, the wind from the south to the southwest. And again, those mild highs in the 60s. There comes the low. Here comes the trailing cold front with that rain. So again, about 8 p.m. Eastern time, so 7 p.m. Central time for that diagonal lines. That means areas that are north and west of Chattanooga, you get the rain first. Then it's going to push into the scenic city, continue eastward through I-75, and eventually to our eastern mountain communities as well. 8 p.m. to about 4 a.m. is what we're looking at for timing wise. So after 4 o'clock, that main precipitation is out of here. Then it becomes about the colder air, and you can see all those blue lines from the north indicating that. Now, as that colder air moves in, it can squeeze out an ever so little bit of moisture that's left over. There might be a couple of spitting snowflakes, flurries up into some of the higher elevations. We're not expecting anything significant. I think the bigger news is the fact that the chill will be on Saturday. So wind chill factor in place, it's going to feel like it's in the 30s. Partial clearing skies, so at least you do get a mix of sun and clouds. And then on Sunday, really frigid in the morning time in the 20s, but abundant sunshine running through the day. And by Sunday afternoon, it'll start to feel a little bit better. So total rainfall for tonight, we're looking at about a trace to 4/10 of an inch across our area. A couple of pockets a little bit more than that. But before we get to tonight, you can enjoy the afternoon highs today, really in the low to mid 60s across the area. Tonight comes the rain, low temperatures for most in the 30s. And then here are your highs tomorrow. I have to point this out. Notice Altamont, only 36 degrees. Really the rest of the area about 40 to 46. It's going to be a significant difference for how it feels for your Saturday. And then Sunday morning in the 20s, it will be frigid, back up to 52. And then Monday we're back up to 60. So at least that's feeling better. It doesn't last a whole long, but winter is definitely coming back.
It is. Okay. Thank you so much there, Allison. So we get those coats out for tomorrow.